So today you're watching this is the day that the Nintendo Switch OLED came out 1 year ago. And I was one of the very first contributors to the OLED model. I was there on launch day, so I kind of want to talk about today my year with the OLED Switch and my experiences and if it is indeed worth the upgrade. So I'll start with what I had before I had the basic model released Nintendo Switch, not the red box version, the release model, and that was okay for a few years. I had it in 2017 up until 2021 when the OLED came out, and I was ready for an upgrade. It had some poor battery life and some scratches on the screen, and so I was ready for an upgrade. Well, I remember vividly the day when they announced the Switch OLED. It was the day before. There were leaks and rumors that there was going to be a new Switch hardware reveal. Yeah, I was all like super against it actually, because I didn't want to upgrade. I didn't want to spend $400 on a new Switch when I had one that worked fine as it was, but I wanted the new thing. So I remember waking up the morning it was announced and watching the trailer and being in utter shock. I ran downstairs to get my brother and sister to check out this new Switch, and it was insane. I kind of bounced off of every wall. It was just really awesome to see another Switch, and it wasn't until I believe a few weeks later, like a week or two later, that pre-orders went out. And I remember waking up and looking at the news for pre-orders for this new Switch. I ran downstairs to where my mom was, just out of breath. Mom, they're doing pre-orders for the new Switch. And so you guys better believe I jumped on that pre-order bandwagon train. So I've had my Nintendo Switch OLED model since 1 year ago, the day this is being premiered, and I have loved it so far. It has been an amazing experience, definitely a worthwhile upgrade. When me and my dad play Mario Kart, I look over to his screen and I'm like, imagine having a smaller screen. And so that's kind of a really funny joke that we have, but in all honesty, the screen, as someone who likes to play their games by other people, the screen is an amazing thing to have. Just to have, because I can look, like, everything looks better. All the colors pop more, it is a bigger screen, so you are getting more immersion, but the colors pop, and it's just really nice to see. I love the added benefit of the kickstand. That is another really big part of the OLED's marketing, was the kickstand, and it is phenomenal. It's the most satisfying thing to open and close, and it really makes tabletop play a much more clean and simple experience than it was on the previous Switch, because you had to worry about that rinky-dinky kickstand that would fall over every time. And so that is an amazing thing. I'm looking over the features of it right now. I do not use the LAN port as much as I would like to, but the fact that you don't have to buy a separate dongle is great, and especially if I want to do like Splatoon online for videos, I can pop that in and have good connection. 64 gigabytes of internal storage helps when you have as many games as I do. Definitely is a lot smoother having more space, and the comfort knowing that I don't have to worry about missing out space. I can keep downloading games, and when you have as much willingness to download games as I do, it becomes a nice kind of mental thing to know, hey, I do have enough space for this. Now, it does help that I popped in a 128 gigabyte SD card in, so I for sure have more space. It just helps to know that there is just a little more oomph in the regular system. The enhanced audio is also amazing for when I get in a battle in Final Fantasy VII, and that battle music slaps so hard, I just crank my Switch's volume and listen to it play. It annoys the heck out of my family, but I love it. And so I kind of want to talk about now what it did to the Switch community, the OLED, because when it was announced, it made a real rumble, as many people were expecting a Switch Pro of sorts. You know, better, faster CPU, better like 4K output and display, and we really didn't get that with the OLED model. It really wasn't a feature, as they were kind of just upgrading the screen and storage size. And so it kind of was underwhelming for people who especially bought the red box battery upgrade Switch in 2019. They just weren't like willing to upgrade already, and I understand that. I am very cheap myself, so I understand not wanting to upgrade after you already got an upgrade or you already got a Switch Lite a few years prior, which I totally understand. There's nothing wrong with the base Switch that is out. That's not the OLED, but it's just really a nice upgrade to have if you have been an early adopter of the Switch. The Joy-Con colors are amazing. The white is just mwah, chef's kiss. Beautiful. The white is just beautiful. I do think that a lot of the games look better with the screen. They just do. And that kind of wants me to touch in release day. You know, what did release day for the Switch OLED look like? And so on release day we had the white model set and the neon blue and red and black set, as well as the probably one of the best games of 2021, Metroid Dread, that came out on that day too, which is like probably the most poggers thing besides Zelda you can have released with a Switch. But what an outstanding game. I would love to play Metroid Dread. Let me know if you're interested in that. But so we've had the Switch OLED for a year now, and over the past year we've had some pretty big games come out. Most notably Splatoon 3 at the beginning of September. We've had Xenoblade, Kirby. A lot of really top tier games have come out since the Switch OLED has come out, but not a lot of special edition systems. One of the biggest things that Nintendo has been pushing with these systems are the special editions. We got the Monster Hunter and the Smash Bros. And the Mario Red special editions that look all tremendously great, but we really haven't seen a lot of OLEDs until Splatoon came out, when we got that real fine looking Splatoon 3 Switch, which has the color gradient Joy-Cons and the splat all over the front of the dock. Looks fantastic. I have not seen it in person, but I've seen videos. Looks beautiful. And then with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet coming out in November, we're getting a Box Legendaries, because I forgot their name, style Switch, which also looks really cool. Love the Pokemon emblems on the dock and the Joy-Cons being that kind of orange and like the burnt orange and the deep purple. Looks really good. So as I round out this video, I know this one's going to be a lot shorter, but as I round out, I kind of want to touch on, you know, if you have a Switch, should you upgrade? And on this topic, I'm going to say it is not necessary. Unless you find yourself predominantly playing in handheld mode, or you do have an original launch Switch from 2017 that you just haven't upgraded in a while, I'd say go for it. It's worthwhile, especially now because you can get a decent price for your used Switch. But if you have like a 2019 Redbox Switch, I'd say maybe hold off until either the next system or a Switch Pro. because then you're getting more because you already have that better battery life, which is another thing that the Switch OLED has come with. And then I'd say if you do not own a Nintendo Switch and you really want to get one, the extra $50 is totally worth it. For more space, Ethernet cable, better kickstand, better screen, especially if you can get the white or the Splatoon 3 one, it is definitely worth it. So my first year of Nintendo Switch OLED has been really fantastic. I am very grateful that I was able to pick one up, especially because they were very difficult to find at the beginning. I hope you guys enjoy, your regular Nintendo Switches, your Nintendo Switch Lite, or your OLED model as well. The Switch is just a fantastic and amazing system to play games and play with friends. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other systems you'd love me to do video analysis on. I'd love to do more. I am on Instagram. If you would like to follow me, it's Kingdom Studios Official. That's all for now. Have a legendary day.